Namaste. So I think last time we had seen till Paramatma, right? Paramatma. Today we have to start. So verse number 2. So today we have to start with verse number 2. We were looking at Putatma, Paramatma cha Muktanam Paramagatihi. So we had seen till the second name, that is Paramatma. Now we'll start. Verse number 2, Nama 3. Muktanam Paramagatihi. This is the name now. Putatma we have seen, Paramatma we have seen. Next is Muktanam Paramagatihi. Muktanam Paramagatihi, this is one name altogether. Okay. So remember this. Muktanam Paramagatihi. I'll share my screen. You can just see. Yeah. Now the literal meaning, if you see, Muktanam Parama Prakrishta Gatihi Gantavya Devata Punaravritya Sambhava Tadgatasya. So the Shankara Bhashya gives this definition of Muktanam Paramagatihi, meaning that those who are desirous of Mukti, Mukti or Muktanam is those who are desirous or those who want moksha or liberation. That is the ultimate. For them, Narayana or the Lord is the destination. So one who puts in that efforts, he will surely get liberation. So this is the literal meaning. This is the definition as per Adi Shankaracharya's Bhashya. Now there is a story behind this name. What is that? Let's have a look. So for this we have to come to the Ramayana times. Now when Rama, Sita, Lakshmana, when all the people of Ayodhya and the people in the kingdom, all the mothers and king, everyone, they got to know that Rama had to go to the forest. Kaikeyi had asked 2 boons from Dasharatha that my son Bharata should become the king and Rama should go to the forest for 14 years. So when everyone got the news, everyone was of course sad. So then at that time even Sita also heard this news. Now firstly Rama got to know this, but then later he also told others also this is how it is there and we don't have an option now, it has to be done. So now he's going everywhere and he's telling all the people around that this is how it is and I have to go to the forest. So once he gets the news, first he goes and tells his mother and then ultimately Sita also comes running there. So at this time what happens is Sita, she goes and she tells Rama that I am also coming with you to the forest. Rama says no, you cannot come. Now if you have ever read the original Valmiki Ramayana or if you have seen these serials or movies on Ramayana, you can actually see the conversation between Rama and Sita, wherein Sita continuously tries to convince Rama to take her along to the forest, but every time Rama stops. No, you have never seen what's a forest, you have never seen. In fact, Sita was the lady who has never ever seen troubles in her life. So that's why even later Ramayana, when we find that she has spent 10 months in the house of Ravana, that was the only time when she had to undergo suffering. So otherwise before that she didn't even know what is suffering. For all of us at least, right from our early age in life, it might not be a great suffering, but at least we know what is pain. We know, okay, this is bad, or this hurts me, these are my difficult times. We know about that. Whereas Sita was such a lady, she was born and brought up in a palace, she got married in a palace, so she was always living a very comfortable life. She was a young lady. At the age of 18, she had to go to the forest. So then Rama said that no, for you the forest life would be very difficult. It is very tough. You'll have thorns, you'll have wild animals, we have a lot of demons. So it's very difficult. You cannot cope up with the forest life. Therefore, I cannot take you along with me. You please stay in Ayodhya only. But then Sita continuously, she also does not give up. She keeps convincing Rama that no, you have to take me at any cost. But no, Rama also does not give up. Rama also tells no, I cannot take you and so on. Now, nobody can. Rama, first of all, now here we have to be practical also. Firstly, Rama did not want Sita to suffer. That is one thing. Secondly, if Rama takes Sita along with him, it is double responsibility for Rama. Firstly, he has to go to the forest, that is one thing, and spend 14 years. He himself does not know where he is going to live, what he is going to do, and all that. And on top of that, if Sita also comes along with him, it's more responsibility for him. We have to take double care of her also. So then, therefore, Rama says that you please don't come, try to understand. Sita does not give up. Finally, she gets angry. So at that time, what she does? She just asks a simple question to Rama. She says, it's out of context. It is, what is Swarga, what is Naraka? What is heaven, what is hell? According to you, you tell me. Sita asks this question to Rama. Rama is surprised. Rama said, what are you talking? We are talking about going to the forest. Why this question suddenly? Sita says, no, this thought has come now, you have to answer this question. What is Swarga, what is Naraka? Rama says, that which gives you happiness is Swarga. You do good deeds, you go to heaven, that is Swarga. If you do bad deeds, you will go to hell and you have to suffer, you will get some kind of punishment, that is Naraka. We get now, this is even to all of us also, if someone asks what is heaven, what is hell, this is answer that we'll give, right? If I do good, I'll go to Swarga. If I do bad, I'll go to Naraka. That's it. So this is what we know, we have heard it from all of us around, and maybe we are also going to tell our future generations also the same thing. Sita tells no. Sita gives an answer to this. Yastvaya sanasvargo narako yasya vina. This is what she gives the answer. Now what is this? There is an explanation behind this. So Rama did not understand this. He tells, she repeats, Yastvaya sanasaha swargo narako yastvaya vina. This is what she tells. But then again Rama does not understand. Rama tells, you try to explain me in an easy manner. So she tells that the definition of Swarga and Naraka differs from person to person. Now for example, for all of us, now many times in our everyday life also, we use these sentences, right? This is heaven, or this is hell, or we even tell people go to hell, or what the hell. We use such terms, right? So does that always mean that doing bad deeds is hell and doing good deeds is heaven? It has got nothing to do with that. And why do we use terms? We say this is heavenly, this food is heavenly, this place is heavenly. What is this? So anything which makes us feel good is heaven, anything that makes us feel bad is hell. So heaven and hell, it's not just one place where we go depending on our good and bad deeds, based on our experiences also. For me, something might be heavenly, the same thing you might not like, it might be hell for you. No, this place is like hell for me, we say, right? So for everyone, the definition of heaven and hell differs. Today if I get food, I'm living comfortably, it is heaven. Tomorrow if I have to go and search out for food in order to fill my stomach, it is a hell situation for me, right? So here Sita tells Rama that there is no one definition, you don't know anything about heaven and hell. Whatever, heaven and hell are not one place, it depends on everyone. So here she tells this verse, Yastvaya sanaka swargo yastvaya narako yastvaya vina. So she tells, for me, just as the definition of heaven and hell is different for everyone, similarly when I am with you it is heaven, when I am without you it is hell. Listening to all this, Rama is confused. He tells, okay, you pack your bags and come along with me, I cannot win a debate over you. So this is their conversation gets over here. Now Sita was so smart, she through this example of heaven and hell, she tries to convince Rama that you have to take me along. Saying, no, this incident ends here. Rama could not say anything beyond this. He tells, okay, you come along, let us go. And when both Rama and Sita are coming out from their palace, from their room, Lakshmana is waiting outside. So Lakshmana is Sharanagati. He falls at the feet of Rama. No, I cannot stay without you. And then he says that Aham sarvam karishyami jagrata swapanaschaye. I am just telling you some lines from the Ramayana only so that you remember. We have to now, though we are learning the Vishnu Sahasranama, we must also know about the original context. Like you should not feel, that is not only for all of you. In general also, whenever we are learning something, we must not feel that okay, someone is telling the story, they would have heard it from somewhere, so they are saying no. There are proper references of everything. If I am telling you a story, now that doesn't mean okay, this might be a story, things might have happened this way. No. You should find verses in the Valmiki Ramayana like this. When I am giving you context like this, make a note of it. Of course, the sessions are also recorded. You can see it later too. And try it, if you have a book of Ramayana, try to find out these verses there. You can also get a soft copy if you search. Reason is, this makes us more convinced. So we have to be convinced and never feel, okay, from somewhere things are just being told. It's just on air. That should not be there. Proofs, now that doesn't mean that we are asking proofs for everything. But at the same time, it should be convincing. Tomorrow when someone else also asks you, you should be able to give them good references. This is one thing. Secondly, we also learn about other texts. So there are two advantages. That's why I'm telling you the references also. So here Lakshmana is waiting outside and he says, Aham sarvam karishyami jagrata swapadaschaye. He says, I will do everything for you like my own mother and father. But always being awake when you all are sleeping. So you don't worry about that. Saying so, he falls at the feet. Before Rama could reply, Sita says, yes, you have to take him along. He has asked for Sharanagati. He has fallen at her feet. Person who falls at her feet, we cannot refuse him. You have to take him along. So Lakshmana, he also joins with them. So at this moment, what he says is that just by looking, after falling at the feet of Rama and Sita, who are themselves Vishnu and goddess Mahalakshmi, Lakshmana tells a line, Muktanam Paramagatihi, the one who falls at her feet, for them liberation or moksha is the only thing that can be done, nothing else. So for people like us also, who fall at the feet of the Lord and ask for anything that we want, be it anything, maybe all our wishes or even moksha, swarga, whatever we ask, for a person who surrenders, even God also does not let him away. Just as Lakshmana here falls at the feet of Rama and Sita, and before Rama could even tell anything, Sita told that we should not even ask anything, we should not tell him anything, just whatever he has asked, you have to give him. He wants to come along with us, let us join. So here is where Lakshmana had used this term, Muktanam Paramagatihi. So this is the meaning of this name. So if you chant this name, Muktanam Paramagataye Namaha, if this name is chanted, we will also develop this feeling of surrender or Sharanagati like Lakshmana. Now this is a very, you can say, quality that is quite difficult to apply in our everyday lives. Why so? Now, to fall at the feet of someone, now it does not mean always in literal terms, okay, that you have to fall at the feet. Now what does it mean, fall at the feet? Literally you don't go by the meaning. Sometimes like we have to also put our heads down, or in the sense, maybe the other person also might be right, or to accept our defeat. Okay, what you said is correct today, what I am saying is wrong. To accept our mistake is also sometimes a good thing. But 90% of the time what happens is we are not able to accept. We might know that yes, I am wrong, but to tell that in front of 4 people is a bit tough, right? Oh, I know I am wrong, but why should I tell it to everyone? This is attitude that we have. So to surrender, if I am wrong, yes I am wrong, you accept it. If I am correct, of course I will say that I am correct. I will not accept my mistake without reason. So to develop this quality of surrender, that can be attained by chanting this name, Muktanam Paramagatihi. And this has come from the Ramayana reference after Lakshmana surrendered at the feet. Okay. Did everyone understand the meaning of this Nama? Yes.
There is one reference also in Gita, 8th Adhyaya 16th Slok. Mamu Pette to Kanteya Nurjanna Vidyate.
Yes. That is also given here. Correct. I think here also in the screen also it is given there. Mamu Paite to Kaunteya Punarjanmana Vidyate. Correct. 8 words of the Gita. So you see, now Vishnu Sahasranama is a part of the Mahabharata. Bhagavad Gita is a part of the Mahabharata. But the reference story we get from the Ramayana. So you see, all the texts are interconnected with each other. So ultimately, whichever text you study, now it might happen that no, I like the Ramayana, I'll study Ramayana. Someone will say, no, I like the Mahabharata, I will study that. You study everything, ultimately the teaching that we get is the same. Okay, so this is the meaning of this verse. Did everyone understand the story and the meaning of this Nama?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Okay. Yes. Next.
Yes, ma'am.
Muktanam Paramagatihi. Next. So, Putatma Paramatma cha Muktanam Paramagatihi. Next is Avyayaha. Avyayaha. Avyayaha meaning one who does not have destruction, or one who cannot be destroyed. Who is that? Lord. All of us, we are all Vyayaha. Vyayaha meaning some or the other day there is going to be destruction, we are all going to die. Or all the things around us, maybe a building nearby, a car nearby, anything. One day it is going to go away, right? Or it's going to get spoiled, it's going to get destroyed. Whereas the Lord is the only one who has got no destruction. And we cannot say, okay, Vishnu was looking beautiful 100 years back, today he has become little old. We cannot say that. Vishnu always, maybe 10 years back, 20 years back, 100 years back, few centuries back, how you saw, same Vishnu we are going to see today. In future also it's going to be the same. So that is Avyayaha. Now what happened here is that, for this again there is a story. Yayati, you get this reference from the Mahabharata. There was a king Yayati. Oh, he was a good man. He was a king. He used to give a lot in donation and charity. So he was like, whatever he had, he used to donate. Now say for example, I earn 100 rupees, 95 rupees he used to donate, maybe 5 rupees he can keep for his well-being. That's it. So this was the amount of donation and charity that this king Yayati used to do. So he was just known for, all the people used to like him, everyone, because he's such a good man. He used to donate and he used to take care of the people, welfare of everyone and so on. So once it so happened that this Yayati So everyone was happy, the gods were also happy, and he got Indraloka. Indraloka. He was blessed with Indraloka, the king of gods. He went to Indraloka. Now Indra was afraid. Now Indra, as I told you, is not the name of one person, it is the name of the position there. Indra means a king of gods. So you see, Indra also gets changed. So the Indra who was there, he was afraid. Oh, this Yayati has come here now. But now what happens is, if he is going to become a great man, that's why he has got this Indra Loka now, he has given a lot in charity. What if he attains my position? Same conflict. Today also we are fighting for position, right? Fighting for that one seat. Let it be politics or wherever you go, professional life, personal life, anywhere. Now say for example a workplace, we need a promotion, you fight, you're an executive, you need a senior executive. Become a senior executive, you have to become a manager, maybe a deputy. Then a deputy, you become a manager. After the manager, next. So we are all fighting for seats. The same thing happened here also. Yayati here now is confused. He has come to Indraloka and he is just enjoying. Now he was a good man. He did not have an eye over getting the position of Indra. But still the current Indra is afraid. He's saying now, but obvious if this person has come, maybe now they'll push me out and make this Yayati the king. Now always Indra, if you see all our Puranic stories, he always is in tension if a person like this comes, and he tries to pull them down so that his seat will be saved. So he does the same thing here. What he does is, in Indraloka, if you see, there are whatever you want you can do. You have the wish fulfilling tree, Kalpavriksha, then you have all the Apsaras, Menaka, Urvashi, Rambha, everyone is dancing. So you have all kinds of entertainment, food, drinks, everything. So Yayati also, he had come to Indraloka, he is enjoying everything. He is having a nice party time. So now what happens is that Indra comes and asks him, people say that you have donated a lot. So here Yayati, he makes a statement here out of, maybe he was out of his mind, he was very happy looking at all the things that he had got, and he just makes one statement: I am the greatest donor. There is no one till date who has donated and given in charity like me. The minute he said so, he fell down to heaven. He fell down to earth. From heaven, he fell down to earth. Yayati did not understand what happened. And where he fell, Yayati had a grandson. His name was Pratagnya. Now this Pratagnya, he was a very learned man, and he used to do a lot of sacrifices. So this Yayati, he fell, now he was doing a homa, he was doing a sacrifice, this Pratagnya, and this Yayati properly came and fell into the sacrifice of Pratagnya. Now Pratagnya shocked. He said, grandfather, you have come and fallen here. I heard that you have gone to Indraloka. How come so early you have fallen here? Just now you went. Yayati said, no, even I didn't understand what happened. I was just I was looking at everything of Indraloka. I was very happy there. Indra just randomly came and asked me that I have heard that you have done a lot of donation. I just made a statement that yes, I am the greatest donor. I have given everything. There is no one like me. That's it. And I don't know, next minute I fell down. Pratagnya said, this itself has brought you down. What did Indra ask you? Have you done donation? You could have stopped by saying yes. But no, you had to say, I am the greatest donor. Even that was fine. But then second statement you made, there was no one who has donated before like me. You don't know about that. Secondly, this pride will never keep you in Indraloka. That's why it has pushed you down. So Yayati now, he realizes this mistake. Same thing we can relate it to our everyday lives. Someone asks us something, or say someone praises us something. Oh, you have done a good job. We don't end up by saying, okay, thank you. What we do, we describe that little. Yes, I've done a good job. There is no one like me who has done it. I've put in so much efforts. I did this, I did that. I went here. I got this from there. I got this from here. We describe that in a big way. Whereas we do something evil, we don't show that in a big way, right? So here, just one statement Indra told, and Yayati fell down. So Pratagnya, he makes Yayati understand that this statement that you made, that you are the greatest donor, that itself has pushed you down to earth. So then Yayati said, okay, but then what should I do now? So then Yayati says that you are such a fool that after doing, he tells his grandfather, you are such a fool that after doing so much of donation and everything, you prayed and you asked for Indraloka. Indraloka is again so temporary, and there people are waiting to push you down. For some time you enjoyed all the entertainment and everything. Whereas now that was because Indra is afraid of his position. He does not want anyone else to become there. Instead of that, if you ask for Vaikuntha, the God is waiting for you, and God is waiting for all his devotees to come to Vaikuntha, and there he will not push you down. He is not afraid that, okay, If some devotee comes here, I am at danger, my position is in danger, you will become the next Vishnu. He is not afraid of that. He wants all his devotees to become equal to him. So he is waiting for you there. So instead of asking for Indraloka, you have to be smart enough, or you have to be wise enough to ask for Vaikuntha, because that is a place where Avyayaha, there is no place for destruction, or the one who has got no destruction, who does not have these qualities that he is great, I am great, or he is always afraid that his position will go away. Such thoughts are never there for the Lord of Vaikuntha. Therefore, always pray to the Lord of Vaikuntha, because he is Avyayaha. There is nothing can be destroyed. In fact, when more devotees come to Vaikuntha, he will be more and more happy only, unlike Indra. So this is what Pratanya, he was a very learned person. He was Yayati's grandson, but he was very learned, and he explains to his grandfather that we have to also be very, very thoughtful when we ask for some boons. So this is again a learning for us. Whenever we ask someone for something, we have to be wise enough. So now Yayati here, in spite of doing so much of donation, he had asked for Indraloka. That is one thing. Okay, in spite of asking that, he became proud. So that 1 minute pride led to his destruction. He fell down from heaven to earth. So that is where whenever we ask for something also, we have to be thoughtful enough and know what should be asked for. So that is the meaning of this name, Avyayaha. Now here, if we chant this Nama, now what is the name? Avyayaya Namaha. This is the Nama that has to be chanted. If we chant this name, what is the Phalashruti? Phalashruti that we get is to ask for the right boons, and secondly, just as the Lord wishes, just as the Lord wants all his devotees to come to Vaikuntha, similarly, by chanting this name, all of us will get moksha by going to Vaikuntha. Or we'll at least develop this feeling that instead of going to other places like Indraloka, let me attain and go to Vaikuntha. So this is the meaning of this name, Avyayaya Namaha. Okay. Did everyone understand? Yes?
Yes, Vijay.
Okay. Next.
Yes.
मुक्तानां परमागतिः अव्ययः पुरुषः पूतात्मा परमात्मा च मुक्तानां परमागतिः अव्ययः पुरुषः. Next is पुरुषः. Now there are different meanings for this purusha. Purushottamah, we say for Rama. Rama's Maryada Purushottamah. One, Purushoha Uttamaha. Purushanam Uttamaha Purushottamah. One who's great amongst men, that is Purushottamaha, Rama. So here you have different definitions from the Shankara Bhashya. I think there are different definitions that is being given.
1 minute, Lakshmi.
Tell.
Excuse me. Will you be sharing these screens also with us?
Yeah, I have shared, right? I didn't share of last week. I'm not shared.
Because last time I didn't attend, no, so I have not gone.
No, I will share it. I will share. Yeah, I will
Okay.
share. Yeah, don't write down.
We cannot write down, no?
No, don't write anything.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
The last 2 minutes I think you to share.
I think I have not shared last week. Don't worry, I will share it.
I think we
Okay, I will share it.
please,
Yeah. Okay, next is Purushaha. So there are different definitions to Purushaha, as you can see. Purushaha is ultimate or full. Purusha Suktaha we have. And you can see different definitions. 4 or 5 definitions, 6 definitions have been told by Shankaracharya in his Shankara Bhashya. So depending on the context, we can apply. Now there is a story behind this name of Purushaha. What is that? Once, now we had a lot of Mughal invasions happening all over India. So that's why all of our temples in South India, North India, everywhere, you see many temples have been destroyed 12 times and again rebuilt, 10 times rebuilt. And like this you hear a lot of stories. So you have a lot of Mughal invasions that happen, and even till date also, if you visit some temples, you can see the remains. But if you go there, you can see the local people telling you that no, this temple had been destroyed. You can see some statues which are maybe broken or rebuilt, something like that. So like this, you have many stories that are there. So once it so happened that So once it so happened that the Delhi Sultanate, the Mughal rulers of Delhi, like this, they had invaded even South India. So once in Karnataka, I think Melkote, there is a temple of Melkote, Tirunarayana. That is the name of the place, Tirunarayanam. That is the place that is there, the temple in Melkote, Karnataka. So there, from that temple also invasion had taken place, and the Delhi Sultanate had carried all different idols, all the statues, everything of the Lord to his place in Delhi. So there we know in Karnataka now, Ramanujacharya, he was present there. So then Ramanujacharya says that no, at least you don't carry, you carry all the riches, gold, everything you have, that we don't want. But at least the idol of the Lord we need for worship. This Delhi king, he has carried even that. So I'll do one thing, I'll go back and get that back from him. Ramanuja sets out to Delhi, and he talks to the Sultanate, and he says that please, you take away all my riches, I don't want all that back, but from this temple in Melkote, you have taken even the Lord with you, and I want the Lord back. Now the Delhi Sultanate, they had, now one thing we have to note here, they had respect at least towards all our philosophers, be it even Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya or Madhvacharya. So that's why he said that, okay, so he had deep respect towards Ramanujacharya. He said, yeah, anyway with the idol I'm not going to do anything, we are not going to do any worship, at least you take that back. I'm not going to get anything by taking your idol, statue. While we invaded, we have whatever we got, we have just got it. That's it. So I did not see this is the Lord or what I'm going to get out of it. I did not see all this. Just randomly I picked up whatever I got and I bought it. So he showed that I've kept everything in my treasury. You just check. If you can find your Lord, you take it back. I don't have any problem. Ramanujacharya said yes. So he searched everywhere in his treasury, wherever he had kept. The king showed, okay, this is all I have bought after my invasions. You check, if you can find it, you take it. Ramanujacharya could not find that. Now Ramanujacharya said, no, here it is not there. The king says that this is where I had kept it. I don't know where it has gone. Maybe it would have fallen somewhere. That's what he says. Ramanujacharya said, no, how come only the Lord statue can be fallen? So then the king said, the Mughal king said that maybe such an idol does not exist, only you have just thought and you're coming. So then Ramanujacharya said, no. The Lord himself came to my dream and said that the statue is with the Delhi Sultanate. That's why only I've come here. It's not that just randomly I'm coming here. That's what he said now. So then the king said, I don't know. I've searched everywhere, but I think my girl, now the Delhi Sultanate, the king, he had a small girl. And he said the girl has a doll with her. So she plays with that doll. You see whether it is that statue. So from all the invasions that I got, one statue I gave it to her to play. She's playing with that. If you want, you go and see. I don't think so, but still now there is no option. That is only one left. You go and see whether it is your Lord. Ramanuja is shocked. Now, he said, how come with the Lord the girl can play? Still he says, okay, let me try. But now the princess was there inside her room, in the Antavpura. Antavpura is in the interior room. As a sannyasi, a person should not enter the Antavpura. Or not only a sannyasi, in general also, we don't enter someone else's room, right? Now in our own house it is fine. But maybe you go in a workplace or even you go to someone else's house, we don't directly enter. Maybe we knock at the door. Or especially in a bedroom also, we don't enter. Or rather, we should not enter. Now when a married couple or even when a child, someone is sleeping, it is said that we should not enter that room and try to disturb anyone. This is Mahapapa, Aho Papam. So whenever, like usually people, this is a bit out of context, but because the topic has come, I'll tell you. In fact, we take things very, very lightly. Whenever we say, okay, married couples, we make fun of them. We say newly married couples. Today, I think nowadays we celebrate a concept of first night. We say Suhagrat, right? And such things we celebrate. Or maybe we take it in a very light manner also. And we within a month or so, we say we are awaiting the good news or something. Or even when a couple conceives very early, then people make fun of that. And today, especially in today's times, we make fun of that. Maybe from olden times also it is there. Or maybe like there are, even in villages also today also, if you go, many of us, we have all lived in joint families. It's not that everyone has a separate room and all that. But then it's like there are many people like old people wherein they stop the couple from staying together. Or maybe the mother-in-law, the father-in-law, they will impose some restrictions. That should never be done. It is Mahat Papam. It has been mentioned in the scriptures, and even sannyasis also follow this rule. That is because married couple, if you are marrying a couple away, they are meant to live together. So then all such things you should never separate. Whether now something happens between them or it doesn't happen, that is other part of the story, that is their own decisions. But going and disturbing someone, it can be a married couple, or even when a person is sleeping also, we should not go. Now waking up our own child, that is a different thing. But some people, when someone is sleeping, purposely they'll make a lot of noise, or purposely we go and do something disturbing. That should all never be done. Such things, why I'm telling you this is, such things we take it in a very lighter. What, now he is sleeping, I'll go and wake him up, purposely will make some noise there. Or oh, this married couple, they will always stay together, they need a room for themselves, let me go and make some disturbance, or let me ensure that 4 more people come and sleep here. So, causing such hindrances that we do, we take this in a very light note, or we make jokes on that. In the society also we see such things are considered very lightly. In a very humorous way we consider such things. That should never be done. As scriptures say, they are all mahat papam or ghora papam, they say. Never such things should be done. All this incurs sin, because all our sannyasis also have followed such rules. Whenever you marry a couple off, that means you should give. And in fact, now today we say that no, our society, Indian society is very you can say backward and all that. In fact, our society was the one which was very, very modern. That is why in all our scriptures it is mentioned that do not disturb any married couple when they are there. Let them spend time together, let them lead their own life. Then here is where all human beings, we created all different problems by jumping inside, and then we create a big jokes and other humor things that are associated with that. So that should never be done when it is told. So again, coming back to the topic, so the thing I'm telling is, for each and every small thing also like this, which we feel that it is small, what now? Now even when I am telling such things also, you might feel, what now, such a small thing, she's telling it in a big way. But the thing is, even for each and every small thing, our scriptures have got a reference. The only thing is that we don't know about that, we have not opened and seen. That is why here also Ramanujacharya, if he says, though it is a small girl, I will not enter the antapura. Whoever it is, a male, boy, girl, anyone, you call the girl outside with her statue. King goes, he calls out her child and says that the statue with which you are playing, you please come out, bring that. This sage has come, you show him. The girl comes with a statue, and that statue was the statue of the Lord. Ramanuja was shocked to see that. He says, oh, this girl is playing with that Lord. So then Ramanujacharya said, yes, this is the statue that I wanted. The king said, okay, you take that back. Now the girl also, she feels bad little, because now it was a toy. For children to part with their toys is little difficult. And still she gives it away. She said, okay, it is just a few days back it came to me. You take it. If it belongs to you, you take it. You also play with it. That's what the girl says. The girl is small. She feels that the Acharya needs her to play. So the girl says, you also play with them. I have enjoyed much. Now you also enjoy. That's what the girl said. Ramanujacharya takes the child back. So at that time, when he was taking the child back, what happens is that from the statue, he sees that the statue starts shedding tears. Lord Vishnu is present there. He starts shedding tears. Ramanujacharya didn't know what is this. Maybe something is fallen from his eyes or so, I don't know. Yep.
I couldn't get that word. Statue starts
shedding tears, starts crying.
Shedding
tears, starts
tears.
crying.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so he starts, the statue starts crying. Ramanujacharya did not understand. So at that time again he got a thought in his mind, that wherein Vishnu himself comes and tells that you are parting me from this lady, from this girl. This girl, she did not know that I am the Lord, but still in the few days that I spent time with her, she gave me so much of love and devotion that I had to give my whole and soul to her. She took care of me. Now if you see small children, when they have a doll or something, they will ensure that the doll also eats, doll sleeps, doll sits. They will take good care of the doll like their own child. So this girl also, though she is a Muslim girl, she did not know that I am a Hindu god or I am this, I am that. She did not know all that. But then what happened is that she has taken good care of me, and that girl also might be feeling bad, but I am feeling bad when I am going away from her. So then Ramanujacharya understands and he says that, okay, don't worry, I'll do one thing. Now we cannot get the girl back from Delhi. I'll do one thing. In the same temple, if you go even till date, in the Melkotai Tirunarayanapuram, Tirunarayanam, I think the place is called in Karnataka, in this temple, apart from the main lord here, of Tirunarayana as a lord here, you have, now all this is in Ramanujacharya's tradition. So Vaishnavite tradition, you might know these names. We have Nachiyars, right? Andal Nachiyars. And Nachiyar is the name of the goddess. So there in the middle or below the feet of the Lord, you have a Nachiyar. Nachiyar is a goddess. This goddess is a form of this girl only, of this Muslim girl, of this daughter of the Delhi Sultanate, and she is named as B.B. Nachiyar. B.B. Nachiyar. In many Tamil texts, if you see Sangam literature, you can find reference.
Can you repeat?
B.B. Nachiyar. B.B. B.B. A.B. B.B. Nachiyar.
BB.
Yeah. So that's how, if you just maybe search a bit, you will know. So they are all a bit Tamil literature names. B.B. Nachiyar, if you see, that is what is, the goddess is worshipped there as B.B. Nachiyar till date. That is the form of the girl who gave the statue of this, of Vishnu, who was worshipped there. So then, what this shows, now how it is related to this name of Purushaha. So Ramanujacharya ensured that the statue is also installed there along with the girl who bought it as the Nachiyar, the goddess there below his feet. Now how it is related to this name of Purushaha. So just as the Lord, who is Purushaha, he has given away everything. He gave his everything to this girl that he had to build a statue also for his devotee. So the girl would have shown so much of devotion, right? That the God himself had to shed tears, and the Lord ensured that a statue was also built along with him for this girl also. That too not a Hindu girl. It was again a girl from a Delhi Sultanate. Again, this shows a unity of religions, Hindu-Muslim unity that always existed right from the Vishnu Sahasranama times. That's how this name has come, Purushaha. So all the fights that we are having today, again, that is all man-made. Our scriptures never promoted that. This is one more reference to it. Like this, there are many stories. This is one example. So now again coming. Now that's why if you see in many ladies, they call their husbands also as Purushaha. Right? In Tamil especially, you call your husband as Purushaha. So that's a person for who has given his everything to me. That is a literal meaning. Now it depends on the husband, whether he has given his everything to his wife, or whether the wife has made her husband so that she ensures that everything the husband has given it to her and he functions as his wife does. That depends on a lighter note. But here the Purushaha, how this name has come and how especially in South India ladies started addressing their husbands as Purushaha, says no, he is my Purushaha. That is because the reason has come from this story of the Nachiyar, B.B. Nachiyar's idol who has been installed here in this temple along with the Lord Narayana. So Purushaha is the person, or the literal meaning of this person in this context is that there are different meanings as we have seen. Person is one who gives us everything that he has. He himself surrenders to us if we show him good devotion, like the girl in this story. So if we chant here Purushaya Namaha, the Nama is Purushaya Namaha. If this Nama is chanted, the Phalashruti that we get is the God himself ensures that he will give us everything. You just be devoted to him, you show him devotion like a normal bhakta, show him devotion like your own child, like your own parents, like a person amongst us. He will surely show us a lot of devotion. So that is the meaning of this name, Purushaha. Okay. Did everyone understand this name? Purushaha? Yes.
Very nice.
Okay. Next. Next is Sakshi. No, next is Kshetrajnaha. No. Sorry. Sakshi, right? Putatma Paramatma cha Muktanam Paramagatihi Avyaya Purusha Sakshi. Sakshi. The Sakshi, if you see the definition here, one who understands the real nature of all objects. That is Sakshi. Or basically Sakshi is the one. Now if you use it in general terms also, in Hindi we say ye Sakshi hai. What is the meaning of Sakshi here? Means he is the evidence, or he is the proof, or he is the person, you can say like the witness, eyewitness. That is Sakshi. He was standing here, he know what has happened. So the Lord also is the Sakshi of the entire world. How it is so? Again, there is a story for this. Okay. Now, if you want, I will try to just tell you the stories in short, little. Otherwise, I feel it's going too long. I just maybe make it a bit short. Okay, Sakshi. Now, usually now, if you go to all temples that we go about, say for example, you go to a Shiva temple. Outside the Shiva temple, you will have Nandi. Nandi, who is the Vahana of Shiva. So you see, usually now some people even get irritated, okay, by this concept. In front of the Shivalinga, you'll have the Nandi, and you see the body of Nandi is quite big, and especially in temples, many temples, if you go, the Nandi will be bigger than the idol of Shiva or the Shivalinga. So, like, because, and it will be exactly opposite. Like, it is as if the Nandi is coming in between, you cannot see the Shiva properly. So, some people, and that too in temples where it is too crowded, people get irritated also at times that this Nandi is in the middle, I cannot see the Shiva properly. Okay. So, just as Nandi is exactly opposite Shiva in Shiva temples, similarly Garuda in Vishnu temples will be exactly opposite. But at least in the case of Garuda is not that big, right? But of course in some temples even Garuda is also constructed in a big way. So here in front of, so this is a tradition that follows exactly opposite or exactly in front of the main sanctum, in the main Sannidhi, you have Nandi, Garuda, or whoever the Dev is, whoever the Lord is, according to that the Vahana is constructed there. So once it so happened that in a temple called, in a temple in Tirunelveli, it is again one of the, I think, 108 Divya Deshams. Now I am telling you stories wherein there are a lot of references from the South India temples. Reason being, all the stories that we get, or at least whatever I have gone through, they are all by Ramanujacharya's Bhashya. That is, if you remember, I told you there are 3 Bhashyas written by Madhvacharya, Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya. Shankaracharya has written, that's I'm already showing you on the screen, that is Shankaracharya's Bhashya. He has written the meanings, but then he has not spoken a lot about the stories. So that is one way of writing. We can also look at the meanings, so that I'm already showing you. But then without telling stories, we don't remember, right? Therefore, many references we take from Ramanujacharya, who has spent his major part in South India. That is the reason why you get a lot of stories from the South India temples. So here, out of the 108 Divya Deshams, there is a temple in Tirunelveli. I think Tentiru, I'm not remembering the name exactly. The temple Tentiruparai, something like that. It's a Tamil name. Tentiruparai, it's a temple there. A temple of Lord Vishnu. And there, only in that temple it's seen that Garuda is not parallelly opposite. It's not exactly opposite. It's in the side. We have a Garuda Sannidhi, but it's in a bit side there. Not exactly opposite. Whereas usually as per tradition it should always be exactly opposite to the main Sannidhi. So only in this temple in Tirunelveli, which is out of the 108 Divya Deshams, we don't find Garuda exactly opposite to the main Sannidhi. So there a sage came, he is called Galavar, that is the name of the sage. Again, a Tamil Nadu sage. Galavar, Galavar, Galavar. So here he Galavar, Var. So there again he was surprised. He just made a visit to the temple, and now maybe for us, for people like us, now we don't know that, rather for people who don't know now. For all of us, I have told you, you should know, or maybe some would be knowing from before. But for people who don't know that Garuda and Nandi, they are all exactly opposite, we don't feel much. Okay, there is a Garuda Sannidhi, okay, you let it be in the side, in the middle, up, down, what matters. There is a Garuda Sannidhi, I'll worship and I'll go. But this sage was knowledgeable, and he was shocked because he had visited many other temples also, and everywhere he had seen the Garuda Sannidhi exactly opposite of the Vishnu Sannidhi. So here he asks, so he prays to Garuda only. Then he sees Garuda only, he prays to Garuda and he asks Garuda himself. So Garuda answers him. He prays and asks Garuda himself that why it is like this, that only in this temple I see you are in the side, otherwise usually you are in the front, right? Now Garuda is a Veda Swarupa. Garuda is the one who has first studied the Vedas from Vishnu. Now from Vishnu, Purusha Suktaha talks about Sahasra Purushaha, Sahasrakshas, Sahasrapat. The first verse it talks about that, and Garuda is Veda Swarupa. So Garuda is the one who has studied all the Vedas. So here, the sage here, he asks that you are Veda Swarupa, therefore you are always in front. So because the Lord itself, the Lord's breath is Vedas, and you are just in front of him, it is as if you are chanting the Vedas continuously, and that's how the Lord becomes happy. So that is one reason why the Garuda Sannidhi has to be exactly opposite the Vishnu Sannidhi. So why only here that you are in the side? What is the reason? So for this, Garuda says that in this village of Tirunelveli, there are many boys in this village. They play outside. So these are those boys who have learned the four Vedas, as well as at the same time they have also learned Tamil literature because it's a place in Tirunelveli, so the different Pashurams and all the Tamil literature, Sangam literature. These boys have learned both. They have knowledge of Sanskrit, all the four Vedas they have learned. They have learned even Tamil along with that. So then this is such a place wherein I don't have to chant the Vedas for the Lord. So these boys itself are there and they do chant the Vedas, they have learnt everything. So, but still the sage was not satisfied. He said, okay, people will learn anything and go, but still you should be in the front, right? So here, because you should be there morning and evening, you should continuously chant the Vedas and the Lord should be pleased. So why you are not doing that? Why you are there in the side? Again, the sage questions Garuda. So Garuda says that just outside the temple, outside the main door, that is just in front, the Lord can see. Now usually if you go to temples, from the main door itself you can see the Lord, right? From outside. We have the queue and then you have to go inside. But from outside only you can see the main temple, the main idol. So exactly outside the temple, these boys, they play this game of Kabaddi, the Kabaddi game. And this Kabaddi game is said to have originated in Tamil Nadu only. So they play this Kabaddi game, and now usually if you know when the Kabaddi game is played, we have to continuously keep saying Kabaddi, 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 right? But then it is said that in this place the boys used to chant the Veda mantras and also the Tamil Pashurams. So we have two teams. So one team used to chant the Veda mantras, second team used to chant the Tamil Pashurams. So that was the amount of knowledge that they had. So even while playing also they used to keep chanting the Vedas and Tamil Pashurams. That's what was the Mahima of this place. So then the Lord said that in such a place where even while playing also the children are chanting the Veda mantras, and even while playing also they are chanting the Tamil Pashurams, there is no need for a Garuda there. Garuda need not be in the front. I can move in the side. So this is what is the answer that Garuda tells the sage. So sage was surprised. He said such a village also exists. But now you'll have a doubt here. Practically, does that mean that while playing also should I chant the mantras? No, that is not the thing here. While playing you need not chant. But the reason that they are telling here is the boys were so used to, or they were so used to chanting the mantras, they were so used to learning everything that even during playtime also, instead of saying that Kabaddi, Kabaddi, automatically those mantras used to come to their mouth. So it's not that genuinely they prayed or genuinely they had a thought in their mind that yes, I'm chanting mantras. That was not the thought process, but they were so used to it that they just kept chanting. So that was the significance of this place, and that is the reason Garuda tells that even if I chant the Vedas, the Lord does not wish to listen to me, He wants to listen to those boys here. Now this is the general meaning. Now and the Lord looks over these boys like a sakshi, like a witness. He takes care of them while they are chanting, playing and doing their everyday activities. Now this is the literal meaning. Now if you look at the significant meaning behind this, the boys are playing. Right? The boys are playing, they're playing the game of Kabaddi that is being told here. Similarly, and the Lord is a witness, He is a Sakshi. Similarly, we are also like just playing in this world of samsara. We are also just playing. For some time the Lord has put us, life is also a game, right? So we are just playing here, different experiences we have, some are good, some are bad. In that, all this is being witnessed by the Lord as a Sakshi. That is why the name here is Sakshine Namaha. So when we chant this Nama of Sakshine Namaha, the Lord ensures that He takes care of us while we are playing this game of life. I think we also have a board game called Life. I don't know if anyone has played, or do you know? Has anyone heard this game, Life? I think there is a game, right, like this, a board game, Life. I don't know if anyone has heard about it.
Life. What is that? Life?
Life,
yes,
life.
Yes,
Life.
it is there.
It is there, right?
We have.
So maybe it is not meant for too young children, but there is a board game called Life. That's what I have heard and I have seen how people play it. So this Life is also said to be a game. Of course, the board game has got nothing to do with this philosophy. So here what this signifies is that just as those boys are playing and the Lord looks over them as a witness and ensures that I am a Sakshi, I am witnessing, I am taking care of everything, you do whatever you want. Similarly, life is also a gift and a game that the Lord has given all of us. What we make of it is a gift that we give back to the Lord. You have a very popular saying, life is a gift for you. What you make of it is a gift that you are giving back to the Lord. That is why if you make life, when we say life is full of problems, if you say That means the gift that you have been given, you will not give the return the gift properly. You go to a birthday, we give them some gift. But now it has become a trend. Return gift is equally important, right? Similarly, God has given us this gift in the form of this life. What we make of it and give it back is the return gift that we give it to Him. The return gift also should be equally good as the gift that has been given. Human gift, human birth has been given, so give back a good gift also in return. So just as in the game of Kabaddi, the Lord was a Sakshi. Similarly, in this game of life also, Lord is being the Sakshi. So by chanting this name of Sakshine Namaha, it ensures that Lord always takes care of all our activities. He understands what is the real nature of you. He understands what is good for you, and He'll always be with us and help us in all our daily activities. Okay, did everyone understand this name? Sakshi?
Yes.
Yes.
Reflection.
Okay.
Yes.
Next. The Nama
What
is
is the
Sakshi.
shloka?
Yeah.
What is the shloka? Sakshiyai Namaha.
Sakshine Namaha. Sakshine Namaha.
Oh, thank you.
Now note one thing. Sakshi, Pakshi. In Sanskrit, those who know a bit of Sanskrit, you'll know. Though it seems to be Strilingam, it is not Strilingam, it is Pullingam. Sakshi, Pakshi. They are all Pakshine Namaha, Sakshine Namaha. Pakshine we don't chant. Pakshi is also actually Pullingam. Pakshi, bird, it is actually Pullingam. Sakshi is also Pullingam. Another name for Lord Vishnu, Sakshine Namaha. So though ladies, girls are named as Sakshi, it is actually a Pullingam. Okay. Next. Kshetraknyaha. Now Kshetraha, this you get reference in the 13th chapter of the Gita, wherein Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga, the conversation between Krishna and Arjuna with regards to Kshetrajna. So this Kshetraha is the body, and the one who knows about it is Kshetrajna. Now let us see the significance behind this. Now, this again we have to come back to the Ramayana times. Now, after the Pattabhisheka, everything was over. After the almost the Ramayana is done, after the coronation of Rama was done, everyone was going back. So at that time, Rama, he gifts. Now after the coronation or any function takes place in our house, say for example a marriage or anything, we usually give something in return, right? Or gift or something as a remembrance we give. So similarly, now after Vibhishana, Sugriva, everyone was going back, Rama also gives them some or the other gift just as a remembrance, because they have all come for his coronation. So here what happens is that Rama, he gives Vibhishana the idol of Ranganatha whom he had worshipped. So this Ranganatha he worshipped. Ranganatha another form of Vishnu only. So while Vanavasa, Rama had worshipped the Ranganatha idol. So here he gives back to Vibhishana saying that you take this to your place, you ensure that you worship Ranganatha. So it is said that even till date, Vibhishana is doing worship to this Ranganatha of Sriranga in the evening time. After the temple is shut, it is said that after the priest and everyone goes away, Vibhishana comes there and does worship. So this is a belief and faith that people have. That is because Rama had blessed Vibhishana with this. So now what happens is that so Vibhishana, while he does the puja once, so Vibhishana agrees, he takes the gift of Ranganatha, he takes the idol and he goes. So what happened is that when he was going back in Srirangam, in the evening, now in the Srirangam, if you see the Ranganatha Swami, he's always sleeping, right? He have the famous Vishnu Shayanam, we say. Vishnu, in the pose of Vishnu, he is sleeping. But then Vibhishana is a person whom now he himself had seen Rama. So he knew Rama as Lord, he is the incarnation of Lord Vishnu himself. So he had lived with Rama just as a very dear close friend, right? So then the Lord also, he knew Ranganatha was also a form of Rama only. So he used to treat, of course, he used to have due respect, he used to do the puja, everything, worship. But at the same time, he had feelings for Rama just as a dear friend. So then he very casually told the idol of Ranganatha that, oh Ranganatha, you're just sleeping here. Don't you feel that always sleeping will lead to bed sores and other problems? Sometimes I want you to see getting up. Everyone, all the devotees who come here, they're always seeing you just sleeping, right? And we want a Lord who is active, who is standing, who is walking about and all that. You walk and show me. I'm doing worship for you all these years. I've spent my years with Rama also. He himself has given me your idol. So now you should listen to me. Walk little and show me. I want to see you walking also. Always I'm seeing you sleeping. So very casually Vibhishana tells. So Ranganatha said, okay, I will show you. No doubt I will show you. But not here. I will show you in a place called Tirukannapuram in Tamil Nadu. Tirukannapuram in Tamil Nadu. You come to this place, I will show you. Come on a day of Amavasya, I will show you. Vibhishana says, why should I come there? You show me your only. Why should I? Just to see that one position, I don't want to come there. You show me your only. He says, no. If you want to see that, you have to come there. You come there on a Amavasya day, on a new moon day, you come there, I will show you. Vibhishana has told, he goes there. And there we can see, now even till date, if you go to this temple of Tirukannapuram, the seva that they do there, you can see the Lord, wherein the Lord is there in a walking posture, and the way all the seva is done, you can see the Lord walking. Vibhishana is just shocked. He goes and sees such a beautiful decoration that is being done. He sees the Lord actually walking there, and all the devotees and everyone who is doing the seva. He just sheds tears. So then, and now he realizes that why the Ranganatha, he did not show him his walking posture in Srirangam, and instead he told him to come to Tirukannapuram in Tamil Nadu. So what was the reason? So here there is a verse for this, wherein he says that Shakrideva prapannaya tavasmi tava icchate abhayam sarvabhutebhyo dadhami etad avratam mama. Now what is this verse? Sakrideva prapannaya tavasmi ticha ityachate abhayam sarvabhutebhyo dadami etad vratam mama. So here the Lord says that, now did you understand why I told you to come to Tirukannapuram? Vibhishana said yes. So he says, why you tell, so that all the devotees also will know. You also tell me the reason.
Wait, Lakshmi. What was the reason? I didn't get that point.
Wait, I'm not told. I'm telling. Wait.
Oh.
So here, so this verse, the Lord chants, and then Ranganatha, he chanted this verse that I just chanted now, Sakrideva Prapannaya. So Vibhishana, he asks Vibhishana, now did you get the reason? You tell everyone. So, and I just chanted this verse now, what is the meaning of that? That also you tell. So here Vibhishana tells that during Ramavatara, what happened is that I crossed over Lanka and I came and asked for Sharanagati. Now if you know the story, Vibhishana comes from Lanka and he asks for Sharanagati on the other bank of the ocean. He comes from Lanka and here he comes and asks Rama that this is what he tells. So Rama, he tells that Sakrideva Prapannaya Tabasmiti Yachate. I will give you place in my army also. Abhayam sarvabhutebhyo, from all different kinds of people. Abhayam, I will protect you. Dadhami etad vratam mama. I take this pledge that I will protect you. So then I told you this verse, but when did this happen? I did not come to Lanka and give you this, right? You had to put in efforts from Lanka. You had to come here, that is on the other bank of the sea, other side of the ocean, and then only I could give you this. So you came there. At that time you did not question that why you cannot come to Lanka and you come to Lanka and give me abhayam. You did not say that, right? You came to my place. Similarly, there is a kshetra mahima for everything. In Sriranga, I cannot get up because in the Sriranga, Ranganatha Swami has to always be in a sleeping posture. Whereas in this Tirukannapuram, it has to be in a standing posture. So there is something called a Sthala Mahima. So this is the reason. Sthala Mahima is, there is a significance of each and every place that is there. So wherever you want, I will be only here, everything has to change and come to me. That will never happen. That is why the name is also Kshetratnyaha. Just depending on the place, things have to be done. Now say for example, you go to a hotel. You go to a hotel, you cannot say, okay, give me a pair of clothes. Do we do that? No, in a hotel you will get only food. You go to a cloth store, you can give me shoes. They will not give you shoes. Here only clothes are available. If you want shoes, go to a shoe store, right? So there are different places for different certain things to be done. That is Thala Mahima or Kshetra Mahima that is being told. I think a few of us, we have learned something called Kshetra Mahatmya, right? A few temples of Kshetra Mahatmya. Does anyone remember 50 verses or so?
Yes.
Yes. So there are different temples, different places rather. So in that certain place, certain things are done. Now in Tamil Nadu, someone says no, snow has to fall today. Will it happen? No. Or in Kashmir, no, it has to be very hot today. Will it happen? No, it doesn't happen. So for that particular place, that is a significance. We cannot sit at home and say that no, things have to change for me. I'm sitting in Mumbai, snowfall has to fall here. Here we are not able to even tolerate even 15 degrees. People in Mumbai are wearing socks and shoes and shawls and going about everywhere. You can see my throat also. Right? So this is a problem that we are facing even for 15 degrees. But no snow has to fall here. If we ask for certain things, things will not change for us. So here Ranganatha Swami tries to, what does Ranganatha do here to Vibhishana? He says that he does two things. One is he fulfills the wish of Vibhishana. The secondly, he also tries to teach a lesson to Vibhishana, that which is applicable to all of us, a life lesson, that things will always not happen in the place that you sit. You have to also put in efforts. There are certain significance of certain places. That is the reason why we have to visit temples. Now someone will say God is everywhere, right? God is everywhere. The same God. Maybe you have a photo of Ranganatha at your house. But still the experience that you get after visiting the Ranganatha, the Srirangam temple, will surely be different after worshipping the Ranganatha at our house. Right? So though both the Ranganatha are same, the amount of devotion that you show is also same, the amount of blessing that the Lord is going to give is also the same, the experience is going to be different. Therefore we have to visit temples. So for someone who questions why should I visit temple when God is everywhere, just to get that experience because of the Kshetra Mahima. Lord himself has mentioned this in the Vishnu Sahasranama by this name Kshetratmyaha. So through this incident, the Lord tries to show Vibhishana that to experience different things, we have to also visit different places. So by chanting this names, the name is Kshetratnyaya Namaha. Kshetratnyaya Namaha. If you chant this name, we get the blessing of choosing an appropriate place. Now what is that? Now whenever we build a house or so, we do something called Vastu Shanti, right? Or you want to construct an office or a house, anything. And whenever we buy some property, we don't buy it anywhere and everywhere. Okay, in the middle of the road, this is where I have to buy. No. You look at the surroundings. Maybe some people, they even call an astrologer and see, okay, is this proper? Or maybe when we do the Vastu Puja, we say, okay, this side we have to have the idol, the worship area. This side in this direction should be the kitchen, and so on, right? So there are different significance for this. What is all this? This is something called Vastu Shastra. That the same relevance is there. So by chanting this name, or maybe sometimes after constructing maybe a new house or something, we feel no, the Vastu of this place is not proper. Because of that, maybe I'm facing a lot of problems. So to be free from all such problems and to choose a proper place for all our property related, or whenever we have to construct a new place, to choose the right place, this nama is helpful. Kshetratnyaya Namaha. This is one Phalashruti. Secondly, a life lesson for all of us is everything will not fall in our plates by just sitting in one place. To experience different things, we have to put in efforts, just as the Lord advised Vibhishana. To see me in a different pose, sitting in one place, you will not get it. You have to put in efforts to experience different kinds of things. Okay. Does everyone understand? Kshetratnyaya Namaha? Yes? Okay. Next. We'll move about. Okay, I hope it's not... Okay. I hope till now it's okay, you're not feeling bored. Next, continue. Next.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes?
Lakshmi,
One more. Sanjeev ji, what do you say?
13th chapter.
Huh?
Shloka Jakam Kshetra Chapi Mag Vritti.
Huh?
Means
Kshetra. Now one thing you know, the Gita reference, Gita chapter 30, wherein, or in the Shankara Bhashya also, if you see, Kshetram Shariram Janati, the Kshetratyaha, that reference is little different, not as compared to the Kshetra Mahima that has been told here. So that little, the significance is a bit different. Okay, so you cannot directly compare the Gita and this meaning here. That is a bit different, wherein the Lord says that this body is only like a Kshetra, so you put in all your efforts and ensure that you fight the war properly. That is the different context. Okay. Padmavati ji?
I just wanted to know, our session is up to 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
No, because we started early, no, I'm just asking.
That is because last time we missed, right? So I said let us...
Okay. No problem. I just wanted. Thank you.
I'll at least, we'll see one or two. If you want to conclude it a bit early, maybe we'll stop there.
No, it's all right, ma.
It's all right? Okay.
after 10 o'clock.
No problem.
Okay. Next. Aksharaha. Aksharaha is a name. Evacha is just an adding to the verse. Bhutatma Paramatma cha Muktanam Paramagatihi Abhyaya Purusha Sakshi Kshetragna Kshara Evacha. Kshetragnaha Aksharaha. Aksharaha meaning one, Ksharaha meaning destruction, Aksharaha meaning that which cannot be destroyed, that which does not perish. Aksharaha. Now here again there is a story. What is that? Now Daksha Prajapati, he had 27 daughters. 27 daughters, they are all the 27 nakshatras, starting from Bharani Karti till Revati. The 27 nakshatras. All these daughters, they were married to the moon god, Chandradeva. Now, here now it was a mistake of Daksha also. Now Daksha wanted an equal husband for all 27 daughters, so that tomorrow he did not have to face anything that no, my sister's husband is great, you married me to maybe an inferior person and so on. So he said, if I marry to one person, there will be no controversy at all. With this thought, he married all the 27 nakshatras, that is the daughters, Bharani, Karti, everyone till Revati last nakshatra, to the moon god. Now moon god is one wife to take care is difficult, 27 wives. So then he was also confused. But then Chandra also, he had, you can say he loved deeply only one wife, that is Rohini nakshatra. So that is why wherever you take Chandra's, be the Ramayana, Sundarakanda or anywhere, wherever comparisons are done, Chandra's wife is given, is always considered to be Rohini only and not the other wives. So then Daksha gets angry and says that so all the daughters now they feel bad. Only our one sister Rohini is getting good treatment from Daksha, from Chandra. What about all of us? So then Daksha sees it, he feels very bad and he gets angry on Chandra saying that I married my 27 daughters to you. You are expected to be equal with all men. You are just showing one full affection, devotion, love, everything to one. What about the other 26? I curse you. Saying that you will be suffering from a grave disease, and that's how we have the different phases of the moon. You will keep reducing day by day, and on the Amavasya day you will completely disappear. That day onwards we have the different phases of the moon, right? So that's on the full moon it keeps reducing, and ultimately on a new moon we cannot see the moon at all. And the disease that the moon starts facing is suffering is TB, tuberculosis. So Daksha had cursed him. Now the moon god realizes, he asks for forgiveness, saying that no, please forgive me, or you do something, because now it's not that now when I disappear, it's not that only I am suffering, even all your daughters are also going to suffer. Because every day they are seeing their husband going small and small, ultimately on the Amavasya day, they themselves cannot see me. So it is going to be a suffering not only for me but also for your daughters. So now you please do something. He says, no, there cannot be anything for this. It is all because of your mistake. I married 27 daughters to you. I have chosen only you for that. Still you did not do this. So what you can do? He did not know what to do. So what he does is, I think in Tamil Nadu there is a place called Mayilathurai. There he goes there. Mayilathurai. There he goes there. There Tiru Indalur. Tiru Indulur some people tell, or Tiru Indalur. Indu is another name for the moon. Tiru, usually now Tiru is like a temple you can consider, or something religious. That's why we have Tirupati, Tiru Indalur. So Tiru is a term always associated with Vaishnavism. So Tiru Indalur, to this place, to this temple he goes. Now it's a temple for Lord Vishnu. It has got this Indu name because of the moon god who had visited this temple. There the Lord is a Ranganatha only. The Lord Vishnu is in the form of Ranganatha. The name is Parimala Ranganatha. Parimala Ranganatha. There you have a temple tank also flowing nearby, that is called Indu Pushkarini. It's like a small river. Indu Pushkarini. Indu again because of the moon god. So then the moon god decides that Daksha tells him, you take a dip in this river, then see what happens. So then moon god visits this place, Mayilathurai, this temple Tiru Indalur. He visits this temple. He prays to the Parimala Ranganatha, that is the form of Vishnu, who is Ranganatha here. He prays to that, prays to him, also takes a dip in the Indu Pushkarini river. And after taking a dip, what happens is that he gets a boon here again, and now a curse once given cannot be fully taken back. So now the curse that was given is his size will keep reducing, and ultimately on the new moon day he will disappear. But now he gets a boon also to this, that starting from the new moon day he will also grow. keep on growing. Ultimately, on the Purnima day, you will become a full moon. So that is the blessing that he gets here. That's why we have all the important Purnimas that we celebrate. Kartik Purnima, Chitra Purnima, and so on, right? So that's why we have the waxing and waning of the moon that happens, different phases of the moon. Crescent moon, this moon, that moon, full moon, new moon. So Daksha had given him a curse that your size will keep on reducing and you will disappear. But here, after taking bath and after praying to the Lord here, his size also increases. There will be no destruction for the moon at all. There will be no ksharaha for the moon. After the new moon day, again he will grow and become the full moon day on the Purnima day. So that is a blessing that the Lord Vishnu gives here to the Chandra, to the moon god. So here, but how this is compared to the Lord here, Lord Vishnu, Aksharaha, how it is compared to him is that Lord Vishnu or the Lord is the only one who has got no destruction at all. So the moon also, and he is the one who saved even the moon from destruction. Because Daksha had given him a curse that by the new moon you will disappear. But here, before the new moon even comes in, from the next day again the moon grows back, right? We can see the moon. So one who removes all kinds of problems, that is the one who is Aksharaha. Whereas for the Lord, he has got no flaws like this. It's not that, okay, today the Lord is in its full form, tomorrow we cannot see the Lord at all. No, such things don't happen for the Lord. He is only one. It happens only for Chandra, and Chandra also due to his behavior towards all the daughters of Daksha, he had cursed him. And the Lord also, he came there and he blessed. He prevented Chandra also from getting destroyed fully. And that's how he blessed Chandra, that from the new moon day again he will start growing back. So by chanting this name Aksharaya Namaha, it ensures that all our problems are also reduced. If not removed, it reduces. Now remember this thing very nicely. The Lord did not remove Chandra's curse completely, but he tried to improve. So the same thing happens is when problems come, it's not that totally the problem will be removed every time. Maybe some good solutions can be given. So that is what, and we find good solutions to come out of that. So that is the significance of this name, Aksharaha. Okay. Did everyone understand this name, Aksharaha?
Yes.
Okay. So I think with this we finish verse number 2. Bhutatma Paramatma cha Muktanam Paramagatihi Avyayah Varshasakshi Kshetrajnokshara Evacha. Next, third verse. Yogo Yoga Vidam Neta. Yogaha. What is Yogaha? Yoga is the one that is ultimate. That is Yogaha. Now one, you have different definitions for this. The Gita is the best to know the different definitions of yoga. Bhakti yoga, Jnana yoga, different types of yoga, Bhakti yoga, Jnana yoga, Karma yoga, Sannyasa yoga, and so on. So yoga has come from the Sanskrit verb yuja, meaning to connect with the divine. That is yoga. Now what is the significance behind yoga, this name? Again we have to see a story for this. Lord Krishna in his childhood, this relates to the childhood days of Lord Krishna. So Lord Krishna now, as we know, he likes to eat butter, steal and eat butter. More than eating butter, he likes to steal and eat. So once there was a person called Dadi Bhanda. Dadi Bhanda was a person's name who was living in Gokula, Dadi Bhanda. Dadi is curd and Bhanda is different pots. So he had this curd business. He used to fill in curds in different pots and he used to sell that. So that was his business. And that's how he had got this name of Dadi Bhanda. So he used to fill curds in all his pots. And as usual, Krishna used to come there. And not only steal, Dadi Bhanda used to also offer Krishna curd. Because Dadi Bhanda, this person, though he was he was a businessman selling curd, he knew that Krishna is Lord himself. Because in Krishna Avatara, right from the time the Lord is born, he is showing some extraordinary things that people are wonderstruck and then no, this is not a normal child, it is something extraordinary. Okay. So Yashoda now Yashoda, every day it was a series for her that she used to get a list of complaints. Your boy did this, your boy broke my pot, your boy stole this, stole that. Something she used to get. Yashoda was very angry on Krishna. She was searching for Krishna all around. She reaches this house of Dadi Bhanda also, and she asks him, "Have you seen Krishna as he come here?" Dadi Bhanda says, "No, I have not seen him." No, she says, "Okay, hey, if in case he comes here, you tell me immediately. I'm here only nearby, you can see me running, I'm going to everyone's houses and searching for him. He tells, okay, if he comes, I'll tell you. And then Krishna goes away. Yashoda, she goes away from there. As soon as Yashoda goes away, from inside, now in all the pots, curd was filled. Whereas in one pot, the pot was empty, Krishna was sitting inside the pot. And the pot was fully covered. It's not that they were all kept open. They were covered with a proper cloth. All the pots were packed properly. So then out of that, he had put the packing, everything on him properly so that Yashoda cannot find him. So he had tied everything nicely. He removes all the covering, all the packing, and then Krishna jumps out of the pot. And then he says, thank you, you saved me. Daribanda says, what thank you you're saying and you're going away? That is not enough. I have heard that your Lord himself, you give me mukti, right? So therefore, whenever you give me mukti, you take people to Vaikunta, it seems. So you have to also give me Vaikunta now. I have tried to save you. Krishna says, okay, I will give you. You have tried to save me. Yes, I have to give you something. You have asked for moksha, you have asked for Vaikunta. I will take you to Vaikunta. Don't. Now, Daribanda was so smart enough that he says, it should not be that only I get moksha or I get Vaikunta. All my pots also should be taken to Vaikunta. Krishna is surprised. He says, your pots also have to be taken? He says, yes, because they are my, they are part and parcel of my life. That's how I get a livelihood. And secondly, don't forget that because of this pot only your life has been saved today. Otherwise, if the pot was not there, Yashoda would have easily found you out. Krishna agrees. And in the same minute, what he does, Dadibanda and all his pots, they all ascend to Vaikunta. And at Vaikunta, they all go there. Now, this story, we might not believe. What now? Even now, curds and pots and a person doing normal business of curds, he is also getting Vaikunta. I am here sitting and chanting the Vishnu Sahasranama for years together. I am still sitting here and suffering. What is this nonsense? Some story is being added here. Now, there is a significance for this. Now, for getting Vaikunta, the easiest way that has been told as per the Gita also is Bhakti Yoga. Like all of us, we are all in the same path. We do some kind of Bhakti. Maybe we are chanting the names of the Lord. We are also listening to his stories. This is Bhakti Yoga. And that was slowly, we'll proceed, we'll go to Vaikunta. That's what is a belief. But what this story tries to signify is that, now in the case of Dadibanda, he was not that learned enough also. That he was just a man who was selling curds. So we cannot expect him to do a lot of bhakti. He would have a lot of knowledge about religion, devotion. He did not have that. But for those who do not do bhakti or who do not even know about Bhakti Yoga, what comes is that in this place, the Lord himself becomes the sadhana, becomes the instrument, just as Lord Krishna here himself sat in the pots of Dadibhanda and ensured that Dadibanda and his pots, they attained Vaikunta. So when things, maybe we have hundreds of problems, we have hundreds of complaints saying that no, I cannot show bhakti, I cannot do this, I cannot chant his names, I cannot sing his glories, I cannot listen to his stories, I don't have time and so on. But still, if we have that innate desire from inside that no, I want to do this, but there are some problems coming my way. Usually there are some people in our everyday life, especially housewives or so, they'll tell, no, I want to do all this, but then maybe I have an aged lady at my home, or aged my mother is there, mother-in-law is there, aged parents are there. I have to take care of them. So I cannot take out time. But no, I want to do. So I'm doing the seva, I'm doing the service, I'm helping them. But still I cannot actually take out time to do this. So at this time, the Lord himself comes and helps us, just as he did for Dadibanda here. Dadibanda did not do something great. But at the right time, he offered Krishna place saying that no, you stay here. Now practically speaking, you might feel that what Dadibanda did was wrong. Yashoda, he actually lied to Yashoda, right? The mother of the Lord himself. So is this correct? But sometimes things don't always have to be done in the right way. Sometimes when things are done unknowingly also, it leads, or when, so the lesson from this what we get is, sometimes there are things which we don't imagine, okay? Or maybe we do it half-heartedly. Always in life things don't happen the way we want, right? Or things don't happen the way 100% correct. Now, maybe a few of us, like if something wrong happens in the society, we feel very bad, or we just keep thinking about the same thing the whole day. No, this should not happen, this should not happen. So what the story signifies is that in life, things will always not be the way we want, or things will always not be 100% morally correct. No, this is how it has to be done, how it is happening this way. We have to live with that. There is no other way. But if we have that innate desire to show bhakti, like Daribanda had here, that no, along with his pots, he also wanted to attain Vaikuntha. That thought he had in his mind, that's how the Lord blessed him. So for those who cannot do Bhakti Yoga or who do not know anything about it, Lord himself becomes a sadhana, that is Yogaha. Yogaha is a path to reach. So similarly, the Lord himself, he becomes a sadhana here. He himself helps Daribanda. Just as he helped Daribanda, the Lord also, if we have that desire, he will help us and become the path of yoga. That's the meaning of this name, yoga. Yogaya Namaha is a chanting of this nama, and the Palashruti is he himself, the Lord himself, assists us in attaining Vaikuntha. So that is the significance of this name, Yogaha.